What's up, everybody? Hey, ready to roll at this early 6 o'clock game tonight? Tonight, we finally get to see what our boys are made out of. Get a little bit of some Big East action, and unless they move conferences again. But Xavier comes in about a 49% chance to win at home today against Indiana. They've got a little bit of they got some momentum coming in. They got Jack Nungy, came over from Iowa. Big time, big body underneath, pretty good scorer, shoots the ball at a really high clip. But you know what? It's that time we get to play up against a team that is going to pose a big threat. We get to see how we react on the road after two, for lack of a better term, easy home wins. What is going on, everybody? Puppet with his trolling mechanism out there, calling it a mid-tier gameplay. You know what? I want to be a mid-tier team right now. I like it like that. That's a little bit behind everybody else. Nobody's really given a whole lot of opportunity or chance to. Puppet, I can squint. I can take your BS and I can turn it straight into something positive. I think that's a great analogy, though. We've not proven anything to anybody yet. We've got this little ranking in front of our name this year, and so far we haven't, had the opportunity to prove ourselves. But going on the road in the non-conference and playing a team like Xavier, who has credibility, who's going to win a good bit of games, they're going to compete for their division and their conference, and so I think that this one might get us a little bit of credibility. You know what? We'll give Puppet his due, and we'll just say that we want to earn our high tier, upper tier status in the game of college basketball. Really fast, let's say some hey to everybody. Going out today, my buddy Creek is in the house, Indiana Creek Prospecting. He likes the Indiana today by about 16, 76-63. I'll take that any day of the week. We will have a heyday with it. We'll have fun in here if that's the case, what we get. Also, early on today, besides our in-house troll, the Puppet Master, we got Tim at Alley Cat Treasures in here, sporting up, taking care of our Hoosiers today, giving them a little bit of pump, fingers crossed and paws crossed with his buddy Allie. They're hanging out. Good friend Chad Rusher from in here from last year. What's up, Chad? Another creator in here that's hanging out, Sports Guy A Pizzle 90. Stop by and check him out when you get an opportunity. He does a lot of the same stuff we do and has came in here and joined our family. So please give Pizzle his due as well. Eric Hale is in the house. Let's go Hoosiers. That's what I'm saying. We just want to go out here today and play a good game, play defensive basketball, get it out on the break a little bit. Not even so concerned about a lot of three-point shooting, but situational three-point shooting. Let's just see, if our good buddy Miller Kopp can hit 2 or 3 today without looking bad, that would be fantastic. Oh, our good buddy Sam's in the house today. What's up, brother? Nice to see you. I made it home in time after a nice lunch today. Got me a nice, good margarita today to drink while I was out in Florence for a little while. Let's see, what do we got? Man, Sam thinks it's going to be a blowout. Sam's got him by 30. You know what? If they win by 30 today, I'm going to say that they're better than what I thought. That would be the only thought that I can have, because I'm not going to say Xavier's going to be a bad team, and they always play pretty tough at home. The crosstown shootout with Xavier and Cincinnati is always a great game, and it's all good. And Chad's got the Hoosiers up there. They win by double digits late. Yeah, that's kind of the way I feel. I feel like it might be one of those things where they pull ahead at the end as they try to go for the 3 ball to try to make up ground at the end. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. I know that I feature Jack Nungy because he's a Big Ten player. There's a couple of other guys on this Xavier roster that are really worth mentioning, and we'll let's hit on them for just a second here, because I think we have just a few minutes. And let's see. Oh, not to mention former Indiana Hoosier Jerome Hunter is on this team as well. I know he doesn't play a heavy role in what they do, but he is on this team as well. We get in here and let's look at some of their some of what they've done thus far. Let's look at this game against Morgan State. Shot 50% from the floor. There's our full box score. They had looks like they go with a 3-guard lineup: Bourne, Jones, and Tandy. Basically leading them in minutes right there. Bourne put up 23 points in that game. Another one of those games. They look like they're a pretty good free throw shooting team. They look like let's see what else do I see here. I'm just like that. Scratch that. I see quite a few turnovers within the starters. That makes me happy since we're defensive minded. Also, they have they go fairly deep on their bench as well. Jerome Hunter looks like he's the 6th man based on his minutes. Him or D. Claude. So there you go. And there they're showing Fremantle and Nunge both averaging over 15 points a game. Nunge at about 18. Fremantle is at about 16. Both upwards of closing in on 8 rebounds a game. And then our 2 bigs that start inside today, Trayce Jackson-Davis is going to be 18 points a game, 6.5 boards. Race Thompson has not really got into the scoring column just yet. But mind you, he's the guy that lets the game come to him. He plays it as he needs to play it. Scoring has not been important for him. I really look and don't see anything different in the starting lineup, but I really see that we're going to eventually have a size advantage in this game. So rebounding is going to be huge. We're ready to fire it off. I'm glad to see everybody hanging out here. Let me get my thing back to where I had it. Make sure my scoreboard is ready. The fans are going nuts. And Xavier, I almost had a really good thumbnail for today, and I didn't quite get it finished. Trayce Jackson goes up. Nunge controls the tip, and it's going to go to Xavier. Fremantle has it. He runs it back. I will learn these other guys as I get an opportunity to. Fremantle runs it across. He's going to give it to Zero. Zero's going to push it around the horn over the left wing. The left wing looks, dribble penetration, nothing doing, cut off. There's a drive inside the lane. Switch right there. They got a mismatch on Kopp on the baseline. Nunge's trying to push him, or Fremantle, I'm sorry. There's a steal. The bar was partially blocked. Here it comes. Shafino on the right wing, nothing doing. Flips it over to Race Thompson on the left wing. Xavier resets the offense out high. Here we go. Miller Kopp is over on the right wing with the ball. Xavier's playing tight man right now. There comes the pick. Race has got the ball, 14 on the shot clock, nothing doing. They're trying to get into Trayce Jackson. They do. He's going to get it back out over to Xavier, over to Kopp for 3. Hard off the back iron, but Race Thompson clears the offensive glass and is going to reset the offense. He's backing his man back down. He's going to roll him a little, looks, fakes inside out, hands off to Trayce. Trayce with the reverse layup. 2-0 IU. Here comes Xavier back the other way, trying to get end to end. Nothing doing. Cut off by Johnson on the baseline. Rolls it out. Fremantle has it, passes it over, goes over to the right wing. Right wing down, pass off, hand off. They're running a little bit of a weave, but more of a 4-1 set. Drives inside, out to the left wing, nothing going. There's a steal and an outlet pass to Trayce. Trayce goes to Kopp. Kopp goes all the way to the glass, misses the layup. Trayce gets the rebound, puts it in for 2 more. Good defense on one end leads to a fast break basket on the other. Kopp just couldn't finish. Trayce Jackson-Davis cleaning up the trash. Rolling around, they get the ball inside to Nunge. Trayce gets his hands on it, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Xavier Johnson, and it's going to stay with Xavier. Hectic minute 15, guys. Way to go. What is up, Matt Emily? Nice to see you, my brother. Defense looks good. There's your outlet pass into the corner. They work it back to Nunge. Rolling around to Fremantle out to the other guard on the other wing. Rolls it back around. Fremantle's at the top of the key. He's going to flip it over. Little overplay there. Step back jump shot. Horrible shot off the back iron. Race Thompson controls, and he will bring the ball up the court. Hands it off to X at midcourt. X sets the offense and almost gets it stole from him because he's getting cute. And there is going to be a foul on number 0 there for Xavier. X was getting a little cute there, almost lost the ball. Mike Woodson's second season at IU, 23-14. If you guys don't know, the game is on Fox Sports 1 today. And we are 4-0. Here comes X. He gets the inbound. running the offense off the right wing. Trayce is way out high on the top of the key. Cop feeds it down to Race Thompson. Thompson's got free man line. He's going to back him in. Double team does not come. Race double fakes, inside out, nothing doing. He has to get it back outside. Great defense by Fremantle inside. Cop goes into the lane, shoots it up, short off the front iron. Wasn't a good-looking shot. I think the shot clock was almost running out. Xavier controls the glass. Here we go back the other way. Hood Shafino's out on his guy. He's rolling around the other side. Number 0 goes around X. He's going to pick up a hand check on Xavier. That will be the first foul on the Hoosiers today. It's always this big. It's always the big thing, right? If Xavier's going to take care of the ball or not. He gets a little sloppy, a little cute. Then he gets a little ego. And then sometimes he's not the greatest guy to have on your team. Oh, there's a double switch where they both went. There's an open 3 by number 0. Some miscommunication on defense. Xavier bangs in a tray. Boo! Rob, thank you, brother. Xavier goes all the way to the glass, feeds Trayce. Trayce bounces off his hands. Here comes Xavier back the other way looking to go. 2 on 4, nothing doing. They're going to reset up high. Going to dribble drive inside the lane, short off the iron. Here comes Shafino starting the break. He's in the middle of the court. He's going to go to the right wing. Cop goes all the way to the basket, and he airballs it. What the heck is wrong with him? Use the glass, Miller Cop. And there's out of bounds. That ball is going to go back to Indiana. They throw it off Nunge's fingers. Both point guards today are not starting well. And by point, yeah, just right off of Nunge's fingertips. Yeah, that's it. Slow down just a bit. Race has got the ball out high. X is kind of walking up the court a little bit. Trayce has got the ball out the top of the key. He dribbles around looking. Nothing doing. Race Thompson for 3, wide open. Nobody comes to defend. 3-man collapse on the board. Here comes Xavier back the other way. Gets around, goes around Shafino. Shafino's got his hands up. Good defense. Reverse layup. Xavier takes their first lead of the day, 5-4. 16:07 left. 5-4 Xavier. Shafino's going to start bringing the ball up. Hands it off. Shafino's running the offense from the top. There's a pick. He goes left, looking inside. He cross dribble, nothing doing. Misses a jump shot. Here comes Xavier again. Settled for the jump shot there. That's blocked. Where'd my feed go? And I don't know what happened, but I think we have a timeout on the floor. The game locked up. I think there's a foul there. I'm not sure who it was on. Good guard play right there for Xavier as we go to our first timeout. Yeah, slow down. Y'all let them score. What a bunch of losers. Come on, Puppet. You're just a troll, man. That's all you are. You're a troll. I don't even know if you have a basketball team, do you? Yeah, they're going to come back and play well at home. That's the given here, right? Xavier has always been a team that plays really well at home. They live on that home court advantage throughout their conference season, and that's why today is such a challenge for us. I like Shafino early though. He plays pretty good defense. He's got his head up all the time, pretty court aware. Miller Kopp needs to just stay out on the perimeter, I think. I think he just needs to quit trying to dribble penetrate. I don't think he's a guard. And let's get somebody else in there. Is Eric Gordon the greatest recruit in the last 15 years? That's a great question. Eric Gordon was, of course, part of that. Oh, my gosh, Kelvin Sampson debacle. And he might be the most talented recruit out of high school that they have had. But to say he's the greatest recruit, I don't know. There was a lot of controversy around his recruiting between Indiana and Illinois. And I'm just not sure. I wouldn't say that, especially being a IU fan. Eric Gordon kind of sits on as the black sheep of that family in a sense because, but there's a lot there. As far as overall, I think a couple of the jobs that what Tom Crean did, or was it Tom Crean? Yeah. Tom Crean did in recruiting. Inevitably, Victor Oladipo and OG Anunoby. I think those two guys, not the most talented guys, but the guys that developed the best in college and made the most out of the NBA. Eric Gordon's been a long-time pro. That's a great question. That's all about a matter of opinion. Cody Zeller has been a consistent pro his whole time in the NBA, was a great Hoosier. He exemplifies what we represent in the state of Indiana for a basketball player. I'll take Cody Zeller just because of what he represents to the state. Eric Gordon may be more talented, though. Yeah, Sam, thank you. Everybody smashed the thumb today. That would be awesome. Let's try to get a bigger crowd in here next time so that we can have a blast with more new people and make some new friends. All right, there obviously was a foul there, and we're going in now, and let's see, he's going to shoot free throws, and he misses the first. Well, first one was no good, that's for sure. Buries the second one. Here comes Trayce. Inbounds to Xavier. I'd like to see these guys slow down and then speed up, if that makes any sense. Xavier's going to bring the ball across the timeline. And, Fridge, thank you. Xavier's going to bring the ball across the timeline. He's going to rotate it over. Shafino and X are out on top. Shafino's going to dribble drive over to Race Thompson. Passes on the shot, then takes it and misses it on the step back. Not a really great possession there, not a great shot, but it was a good look. And there is inside to get it on the block. They score an easy basket. Xavier's doubled Indiana off after they started 4-0. 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes. Got to stop the bleeding. You got to get the ball down to your big man on the baseline. He's getting it out high. That's not good. Xavier's showing really good defense resilience out here. Shafino feeds back over to Trayce. Trayce is about 12 foot out. He's going to dribble drive, goes around Nunji, does the reverse layup, and scores on his own. He makes his own basket there. 8-6 Xavier. Rolling back the other way. Here we come back on the left wing. Dribble drive, trying to get around. He gets cut off. Somebody lost their defensive assignment, and there's a dunk. My feed messed up there. Not sure what happened. Fremantle scores. It's 10-6. Is anybody else having the same glitchiness in the cable feed? My internet's working great. Today it's the cable. Let's watch this play again. Shafino got slapped in the mouth or something. Are we in Ohio? The game is in Ohio, that's for sure. We probably could have went to that game, Sam. Play is under review because I see seats right behind the bench there that are empty. How are you empty in a city college like that has a great following? Oh, my God. He got smacked right in the freaking nose by Fremantle's shoulder. That's not intentional. And he got smacked in the tater. What up, Nathan? Nathan's in Ohio. I don't think there's anything egregious about that. It shouldn't be a foul. Don't think it has to be intentional. I mean, his shoulder is just right where his nose ended up being, right? Yeah, it kind of looks – I see what they're looking at. It's almost like he lunges himself into it. I can't hear the call, so – we're going to see which way the ball goes here. No, absolutely not. 10-6. Ray Thompson's going to inbound the ball. Xavier's going to bring it up the court. I'd like to see Xavier settle in and have a good game today. And my feed is horrible right now. Got a little glob in there. Trayce has got the ball out high. He picks up his dribble. Back out to Xavier. Back to Trayce. There comes the double. Cross court. Shafino to Kopp. Good play for three. Off the rim. No good. No baskets are going down for the perimeter for IU, and we're struggling right now. It's time for team two. Nunji's got it out high. He's looking. A nice pass. And there is no foul call there. Fremantle gets the ball back. It should be. Oh, that should be all. I think that was out off of Fremantle, but they're going to retain the ball down there. Egan Clips and Sports. It is on Fox Sports 1, sir. Yeah, that looks like that should have been an Indiana ball, but the referee in the wrong position made the call. But Karma steps right in. There's a turnover. As we look out here now, Tamar Bates and Malik Renew are in the game as our first two substitutions right now. All right, X is going to bring it up. Renew is going to be hard to handle, I'm telling you. He's instant offense. Trayce is out high to set the pick. There he goes, pick and roll. Xavier goes all the way to the basket and scores. No play right there. You get to the hoop, good things happen. 10-8. Here comes X back the other way with a deep three. Hard off the glass. Ball's tipped out long. Lucky for them. Could have been a fast break for IU. He's going to dribble drive over the wing. There's a good shot on a three, and he hit it. 13-8 Xavier. 13:31 to go in the first half. Come on, boys. Time to start playing. We are 0 for 4 from behind that stripe. There goes. He gets it inside. Trayce Jackson goes up, makes the layup. Nice pass from Xavier. Fremantle cannot stop Trayce. Here comes Xavier back the other way. Rotates it around to Nunji. Nunji gets it inside. Renews on Fremantle. Puts up the shot. No good. They're going to call Renew on the foul. He was straight up and down. They're going to say he got him with the body. Them rhythm threes, man. Telling you. Yeah, this looks like right now in this first half, Trayce is the only person that's ready to rock. Everybody else is just kind of there at the moment. Hard on the free throw by Fremantle. That looked like a hack-a-shack foul going up. Trayce has looked smooth off the dribble today. Not a lot of back to the basket post plays yet, but Xavier's got a good way of going about the way they play. Nunji's going to go to the bench right now and take a break. We're going to see how Team 2 does as we start rotating. Second free throw's up, and he made it. 14-10. There's a chubby little Sean Miller as coach for Xavier. Here comes X across the timeline with the ball. Offense is in motion. Galloway is now in the game as well. Galloway feeds Trayce. The double team comes. Trayce is going to dribble out of it. He's going to feed it over to Renew. Renew gets inside. He's going to put it up off the glass. No good. Gets his own glass. Misses again. Got position back. And the third time's the charm. Gets a layup from the left side. Malik Renew with his first basket of the game instantly gets in there and does something good. Rotates the ball around. They're going to dribble drive into the middle. Xavier's looking into the corner. X gets his hands up and knocks the ball out of bounds. The ball will stay on this end. Renew did not make his first shot, did not make his second shot, but he went back a third time, got position, went up and scored. Energy, boys, energy. Snowman in the morning, what is up, brother? Oh, heck yeah, Jennings County High School. I'd love to be able to do that too. That'd be fun. Xavier's going to rotate the ball around. They're going to hit it inside. He's going to drive up the middle. He's going to throw it up. There's going to be a foul on the reach, and that is going to be on Jordan Geronimo, who just entered the game. Jordan usually is good for picking up quick fouls. But those guys, Jordan Geronimo, Malik Renew, and Tamar Bates, instant energy along with Galloway on the floor. Second team is now out there. Let's see how we hold off. Trying to dribble drive on Tamar Bates. There's going to be a foul called on Xavier for probably an illegal pick. Didn't see it. Oh, my God. I'd love to, man. Yeah, make sure you let me know how, because I will be available. I think. I'm not sure yet. Here we come across the timeline. Hood Shafino feeds it down to Renew on the block. He's going to drive. He's going to work his way in. Goes up strong against three different guys there. He does get blocked, but he went up strong for that. Here comes Xavier back the other way. Going to drive to the baseline. Nothing doing. He goes back, resets out high. Number 22 has the ball, pick and roll. Goes up, shoots the 15-footer. Offensive rebound. Nobody blocked out. Easy basket for Xavier for number 3, and that is Jones. Schifino sets the offense up high, goes into a 1-4 set. Here comes Renew out high. Schifino goes around. He gets to the basket. The ball's tipped out of bounds. Good hands by Xavier. It will stay on Indiana's end. We're going to go to the under 12 timeout. Sloppy play, only down a couple baskets here. Schifino left his guy there, thought that he was going to make the basket. Defense looks a little shaky at the moment. Hey, and you know what, Creek, come on, we knew this going in. This is let's just reset this for just a second. It is not an easy place to play. It's a tough place to play. The crowd is really loud. I'm really surprised that's not completely sold out because I've seen empty seats. Maybe that's just people getting beer and whatnot or at the concession stands. It's not an easy place to play, and they're going to have momentum. You've got to slow down, and like Creek said earlier, you got to stop runs and get answers and keep this game, right where you want it. Squeak out a little bit of a lead, and then start to pull away when you get the opportunity to. But as long as they're in the lead, they're going to be tough to handle. If you haven't, do some research on Jim Durham, former announcer for my Chicago Bulls. God rest his soul. You will improve listening to him and me, as I borrowed most of my style from JD. Hey, I look forward to that. I definitely will do that. I like the old Bulls games. Was he there in the 90s? I mean, if he was, he probably had a great time calling games. Snowman in the Morning, by the way, y'all, does a great podcast, does color commentary. I believe is a diehard San Francisco fan, if I'm not mistaken, and is a nice guy to chit-chat with. 73-91, right on. I don't remember him, but I don't think the early years of Jordan, I don't really think I listened to them a whole lot. I watched them on TV a little bit. I got to go to several of those games. I used to love the Michael Jordan, Reggie Miller battles in Market Square Arena in Indianapolis. That was a lot of fun as a kid. That's it, man. Yeah, Snowman, you and I got some problems because your 49ers have broken my heart twice in the playoffs. Super Bowl, that is. Broke my heart. Wow. So far here today, what you got to say you can take away from this game is Trayce Jackson-Davis has come to play. You're going to make me throw up. Miller Kopp has started off very slowly today, trying to do stuff that's not in his game plan. Race Thompson has taken a few out-of-character shots. Schifino's just kind of there. He does have a steal. Xavier Johnson does have 1-for-1 layup. He's not forcing his shot, but it's not really working out. But offensively today, it's been all Trayce so far. Everybody else has got to get into rhythm and playing on the road. Galloway inbounds the ball to Schifino out high. Schifino starts the offense. There comes a pick by Renew. Schifino goes around it, takes the 17-footer. Nice looking play. Renew gets the rebound, throws it back out to Galloway. Galloway to Geronimo. Geronimo gets stripped. I think they're going to call a foul. Got hit going up. I think he'll get 2 free throws here. Did you see the way Renew attacked that rebound? And then as he was falling out of bounds, found a way to get it back to one of his guys instead of throwing it blindly behind him. That's a freshman, you all. That's character. That shows that he's got court awareness as a big guy. Huge, huge, huge. Geronimo's at the free throw strike. First free throw is up, and it rims out. No good. Jordan Geronimo's game's got to keep improving. Tamar got it. He did, man. He's still got the dreads. There you go. Geronimo gets one to go through and cuts it to a 3-point lead. Let's go. 11-17 go in the first half. Here we come across the timeline. Schifino stays on the floor. I don't think he sits very often. playing tough defense out high. Nunji's back against Renew. They rotate the ball around. Tamar Bates is on Jones. Nothing doing there. He just traveled. They didn't call it. His pivot foot slid. Galloway's in coverage. Slides around, trying to get out, back outside, looks to Jones. 3, 2. He shoots a contested 3, no good. Tamar Bates loses the rebound, but it goes out of bounds back to Indiana. We got a chance to cut this lead here. I love Chuck Person, man. Love defensive players. Guys that play D, here you go. Galloway over to Geronimo. Geronimo gets the ball to Schifino as he works his way back down near the post, sets a pick. Tamar Bates just dribbled it off his knees. It's going to go back to Xavier right there. Yeah. Oh, that's a foul, actually. He raked him right across the arm. Referee was out of position, couldn't see it. That's Indiana's second turnover here. 10:32 to go in the first half. Bates is in the corner, and they are going to call him for bodying up. Man, you know what? I think these guys here got used to that home court officiating and being able to bully people, and they're not going to get that same cred on the road. They're going to have to play their tough defense, but keep a little bit of space. They're not going to let them body check them. Working to get the ball in bounds. He does. Nunji has it on the baseline, hands it back off. Rotates around to the center of the court, gets it back over to the corner. Had an open 3, did not take it. Inside out, no good. Good shot. Geronimo's up, and he's going to be in a fight for the ball because he's trying to take off with it. They're going to have to call that a jump ball. If Geronimo would have outlet it, he had Schifino going down the court. Geronimo should pick that ball up and look for his outlet there and get that break started. A little excited. He comes back, top across the timeline, hands it off to Schifino. Pick set out high. Schifino goes around it. Over to Galloway on the wing. Galloway drives all the way to the basket. He gets blocked. Nunji comes up with the ball. We're going to go back the other way. Galloway got to the rim, just couldn't finish. Here we come. Rotate to the left wing, down to the post. Fremantle's on the post. He's on Geronimo. He's backing him out. There's a deep 3 on the outlet pass. Boom, they go inside out for 3. Xavier extends to a 6-point lead. It's 19-13, 9:36 to go. Indiana needs a basket. Geronimo and Schifino playing a 2-man game out high. Schifino goes around the pick, drives inside, puts it up off the glass. No good. He kind of forced that one a little bit. No pass. That's not good basketball. I see Trayce Jackson and I see Xavier Thompson coming back in. What a play by Nunji. He's going to get the basket and the foul on Renew. Xavier extends their lead to 8. So there you go. Normally where we've been getting a lift from Team 2, Team 2 has not performed at the same level thus far. And Xavier replaces Geronimo, and Galloway goes out as well, and Trayce Jackson Davis are both back in the game. Yeah, there you go. So it's another challenge for us today. We got to learn what to do when you've been punched in the face on the road in a hostile environment. How you react the second half of this first half is important. Nunji's at the free throw line. Free throws up, and it is good. Completes the 3-point play. Xavier is up 9. 22-13, 9:12 to go in the half. X brings the ball across the timeline. They're going to try to run some offense. He gets all the way to the basket, puts it up and in, and one. Xavier gets a little bit of a breather, comes in and goes right to the glass, puts it off the glass, and scores. Gets the contact. He used his body so nicely there and in control after he draws the contact and gets him cleared out. He flips it up and in to cut that lead back to 7. Yeah, how you play on the road in college basketball is the biggest determining factor on how you're seeded in the big tournament. Free throws up, and he sunk it. Xavier Johnson has probably the ugliest shot I've ever seen in my life, but he gets the free throw to go down. Looking to get that deep 3 off. He does. way out there, out of rhythm. Here comes X, pushing it back the other way, going all the way. Goes over. He hits off to Race Thompson, who gets the layup. Fast break basket. Cuts the lead back to 4. Xavier Johnson playing a little bit better. They throw it past Nunji. Nunji misses the dunk, but gets his own tip in. Nice insert pass there to Nunji. And then he makes off his own miss. X has got the ball out high. He's looking to drive. He's going to go all the way to the glass. He misses the layup. He got too cute and tried to go for the reverse there, although he did draw the foul. He could have got the layup on the left-hand side as there was nobody there. Dribble penetration in big-time college basketball games by your point guard is very important. When we get to the glass, when we get inside the paint, only good things can happen when your point guard has the ball inside the free throw line. X is at the free throw line. First one is up. He short-armed it and missed it. I have never seen such a god-awful pushing motion when a man shoots a free throw in my life. You figured eventually they would have taught him how to let that ball roll off, but nobody ever stopped him, and they're not going to change him now. Second free throw is up, and that one looked better. 24-19. X is man-to-man pressing now. He's got his guy out high. He slips him. He gets all the way around. They got a mismatch out on the point. Nunji's down on the block with Xavier Johnson, looking to get the switch. And they do. They get him switched back out. X gets back out high. Xavier did not take advantage of the mismatch. They're looking to rotate the ball. They get it down deep to Freemantle. Freemantle puts it up. Race Thompson pushes him out, but he still makes the turnaround, crying that he wants a foul, but he made a really nice shot there. 26-19. Shafino's got the ball out high. Hits off to Race, back to Shafino. Pick comes from Trayce. He goes the other way. Shafino drives over to Race Thompson for 3 in rhythm. Oh, I can't see it, but he missed it. Here we go back the other direction. Xavier's got the ball out high. Nunji has it. Rotates it around. Race Thompson has not hit a free throw yet or a three-pointer yet today, and he's had a couple good looks. Rotate around. They're running that 3-man weave out high. Ball on the left wing. They feed the post to Nunji. Nunji's got it against Trayce. He puts it up. Nunji's going over Trayce right now, and Trayce hasn't got an answer for him. They extend back to 9 points with 7:15 to go. There we go. There comes out high to Trayce. Nothing doing. Xavier hasn't handed the ball off. Shafino comes out there as well. They get the ball to Trayce in the corner, back to Xavier. Xavier's got it out high. He's looking to get on the block. Xavier goes all the way to the basket, and he scores the layup as Freemantle can't cut him off when he gets dribble penetration in there and cuts the lead back to 7. 6:49 to go. Here comes the ball back the other direction. Shafino's out on 15 out high. There's Freemantle driving the lane. He gets off. Trayce blocks the shot. He gets his own glass. Gets it in the corner. Nothing doing. Rotates it back out. There's a turnover. Here comes Shafino back the other way. 1-on-2. Goes all the way. Goes around. And Trayce with the follow in the dunk. Shafino goes around Nunji off the rim. And Trayce follows in and gets the easy basket. Coming back the other direction. What is wrong with my flipping TV? Must be Fox Sports 1 or something. Anyway, got it going around. Gets it to the top of the key. Looks, he's got a 3. And he sunk it. Every time Indiana gets on a little bit of run, Xavier answers with a big hoop, this time by number 15 on the three-point play. Xavier is 4 for 7 from behind the arc. That perimeter defense needs to get better. Trayce is going to try to drive. He got nothing. Shafino's out high. There's the pick. He's going to go around. Shafino in the corner to Kopp. That is a good shot, and he dribbles in, and then he makes the 12-footer. He might have traveled. I didn't see if he went up and down on the shot fake. Here we go back the other way. 6-point lead. Dribble drive goes all the way to the basket. Misses the shot. Here comes Shafino on the rebound. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to go all the way. He hits Trayce. What a steal by number 15 as he takes the ball right away from Trayce on his way back the other way. Here comes Xavier in their offense. He's looking to shoot. He gets it out high. Back over to Nunji on the left wing. Nothing happened. Nunji rotates it. There comes the pick. Goes around the pick. Xavier stays in tow. Gets it down to Nunji on the block, who does a turnaround jump shot. No good. Race with the rebound. Outlets to Xavier. 5 minutes to go in the first half. 6-point lead. And it looks like Indiana is going to take a timeout. And I need to freaking breathe. Good time for a timeout. You're in that last stretch run. Everybody's a little winded. I don't think it's absolutely necessary, but here's the thing. These guys here, they're not backing down. You can punch them in the mouth and start coming back, but they keep running their offense. They keep building momentum, and they keep doing good stuff on defense. I'm telling you, that's a little winded there. That got a little hectic for a bit. So to clarify, about every 3 or 4 minutes or so, my screen freezes on the TV for like 1 second. And usually it's like right at the end of a shot clock. We're right about where we thought we'd be in score. Defense has been a little lackluster so far today, but you're playing a higher quality offense. You got to get acclimated to playing better players. Our freshmen are having a little bit of trouble with that, but Shafino and Renew seem to be doing really well. What is up, Alex? How are you doing today? Hopefully work is going well. This game is high-paced. It's been exciting. It's a little frustrating, but, on our first road game today, we're still having some struggles on the road. Everybody will. It's how you respond to those struggles. And Trayce Jackson-Davis is putting up man-type numbers already with 10 points in the first half, 5 for 5 from the floor, 1 block, 2 rebounds, playing the way that he's supposed to play. After Trayce, Xavier Johnson has got 3 layups. He's getting to the glass a little bit. He's 2 for 3 from the free throw line as well and has 8 points. That is the biggest part of our offense thus far. Miller Kopp, Race Thompson, Malik Renew each have 2, and Geronimo has a single point thus far. Fremantle and Nunji both are holding true to their averages. Each got 7 in the first half. Wow, Villanova and Michigan State tonight as well. That ought to be a dandy. I wish I felt like doing games other than my Hoosiers right now. That should be a good game. For everybody that's new to our channel, we do have a channel Discord that has a has a place for all of us to post. If you're a creator, if you're a non-creator, I'm going to pin this message up here as I close my poll today. 81% of you today says IU gets to win and 86 votes. Well, it's going to take some work. They go backcourt with the inbound. Here comes X across the timeline. He's going to feed it to Trayce, and Trayce is going to drive around. Looks like he traveled there, but I don't think they called it. Here comes the pick, back out high. He looks to get inside. Xavier picks up his dribble, and then Miller Kopp moves out of the way. Xavier throws it out of bounds. That'll be Indiana's 4th turnover. Not what you wanted out of a timeout. Woodson looks ticked. IU fans look a little upset right now, as they kind of should be. They do need to step it up. They're playing intensely on the defensive end and working hard. They're just not making all their shots. Only 2 people are scoring for IU. Drives in the lane, gets all the way to the basket, and gets the layup around Galloway. That is not good defense. Number 15 gets another easy 2 points as Xavier extends to 8. 33-25. RX picks up his dribble out high, feeds Race into Trayce. Trayce gets the layup. Good penetration, nice passing, easy basket. 1, 2, 3, baby. Here we come back the other way. Drives to the lane, no defense, cuts him off, and Trayce just knocks that crap out of bounds. Get it out of my house. Great play. No help defense. Trayce has to come off his guy to block the shot, and he takes it out of bounds. But there was no switch on the pick. IU's just standing around on defense right now. Back for the I guess it's under 4 timeout. Yes, sir. And we are still in a 6-point deficit here. I'd love to see Indiana close this up at the end of the half and kind of even it out. Definitely does not look like we're the more talented team right now, but it looks like we're playing tight. Pluses today, though, is that Xavier Johnson's playing a much better role like he should be playing. Dribble penetration, assists. He does have the 2 turnovers already, but he does have 2 assists and 2 boards. So Xavier's playing better. Shafino's just kind of playing within himself right now. Kopp's god awful. Kopp doesn't need 6 shot attempts in the first half. Both teams are shooting less than 50%, and Indiana is 0% from behind the 3-point line. That really needs to change. I think that's the main difference in this game as far as that we cannot smack in a few threes. Lindsay, how are you doing, dear? Glad to see you. I know you're a UC girl, so therefore this makes it there's probably a little angst in here wanting to see Xavier lose today. Xavier looks like they're a pretty well put together team. It's going to be tough today. But that's what we need. We need tough games early in the season to get us ready for the Big Ten. And you got to remember that this season is a journey. It's not, it's not like college football where every game matters a lot. They all matter, but you need to learn and progress through each one. So how Indiana plays the last 4 minutes of this first half, and then how they respond in the second half after sitting down and evaluating what just happened. That seems like karma, because when the coach from Northern Kentucky went to Cincinnati, UC ran him out of town, kind of, and then but to lose to NKU tells me that you guys didn't do much better on a coach with recruiting. Man, and then tonight, Villanova and Michigan State ought to be a dandy. Now, did that coach go back to NKU, Lindsay? The one that left? And I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. Got 22 up in the house right now. If you don't mind, smash that like and look up at the top. And when there's a message that's pinned in blue, click that and join the It's in the Blood Discord. Let us know that you joined it. Drop a message in there. Say hello to the chat. Everybody will show some love and we'll have some fun together. Xavier's going to rotate the ball around the top of the key. They're kind of running a weave offense. They get it down on the block, and he's going to be called for a travel. I think Fremantle used a drop step there, and I think he moved his pivot foot. All right, here comes Indiana. 3:39 to go in the first half. One foul from Xavier's got 5 team fouls. Indiana's got 6. They get it down to Trayce on the block. He drives all the way around Nunji, but gets blocked and is going to get called for the foul. Nunji's jumping up and down like he didn't do nothing, but Trayce was going to go in there for the dunk. There's a good thing that he didn't get by, because that would have been firing him up, and that is a foul. Straight across the wrist. Trayce is at the free throw line. First one is good. Trayce looks like he's dialed in. Talk about a National Player of the Year candidate if this team goes far. Race Thompson goes to the bench, has not looked great this far. And second free throw is in. Works for Dayton. Got it. Thank you. He was a good coach. I was surprised that they let what happened there happen. Here we go. They cut it down to 4. Indiana's trying to push that offense out a little bit further. Got him out. Nunji with the deep 3, hard off the back rim, no good. Here comes Galloway with the rebound and the push. Galloway's going to come across the timeline. He hits X. X thinks about the 3, does not take it. Back over to Galloway, rolls around. Here goes Geronimo inside. There's the pick. Galloway's driving. X takes the 3, sunk it. Xavier Johnson with the rhythm 3-pointer, the inside out. And it is a 1-point ball game with 2:53 to go. Xavier's going to take a timeout. Wait a minute, what is he complaining about? Oh, he got teed up for looking over at the bench. Okay, I see it. Let's see if what he says here. Yeah, he was jawing at the bench, and they're going to get him for. He don't need to do that crap. I mean, I know he's trying to get in their heads and stuff like that, but they're going to call that. Yep, you just can't turn and talk smacks, what the ref said to him. So that extends him back to a 3-point lead. Xavier's going to come to the bench. Woodson's talking at him as he goes, and Lindsey Hunter grabs him on his way over to the bench. He's going to go to the end of the bench and probably sit for the rest of the half. Xavier Johnson did hit a huge shot there. And here we go. It's going to be they retain the ball after the free throws. It's going to be a 3-point lead with 2:50 to go. That's just, I don't know. Nungy's got it out high. They're going to try to keep him. He gets the ball down to Freemantle. Freemantle puts it up on Kopp. There's no match there and scores back to a 5-point lead. What a momentum change after that foul is called. Schifino's got the ball out high. He's looking. Trayce sets a pick. He goes around. Kopp looks. Nothing doing. Dribbles over to the right. Hits Galloway. Galloway gets it to Schifino. Schifino to Trayce. There's the double team, and they read the play perfectly as Geronimo comes across the middle, and they steal the pass, and Trayce commits a turnover. 2:10 to go. Little things. Sets it up high. Nungy's got it working off the top of the key. Dribbles around, trying to get around Galloway. They get it down to Freemantle on the post. He goes around Geronimo, misses. Trayce gets the board. Trayce is bringing the ball up. No guard comes to help. He hits Schifino on the wing. Schifino goes around. Nungy hedges, nothing. Gets it down to Trayce. Trayce has got a triple team on him. Back out to Schifino, and there comes the pick. Schifino with the deep three, sunk it. Jalen Hood Schifino takes a nice 3-point basket. Nobody in the space from about 23. It is a 2-point ball game. He's going to dribble around the side, goes all the way to the basket, and gets an easy layup around Galloway. Here we come back the other way. Xavier, every time we answer, they answer right back. And Xavier's going to burn their timeout, I believe. Number 3, Jones for Xavier, saw that Trayce Jackson-Davis was double-teamed out there, and he looked over and saw Galloway cutting, so he stepped into the passing lane, which is where he's supposed to be on the help side right now anyway. When they move out that far into that double team to cut off passing lanes, he did exactly what he's coached to do. He steps across, he gets the steal, and, and that's what I'm saying. You go back to Xavier Johnson's little comments there. He probably shouldn't do that. You can probably say what you want if you don't look at the bench, or you can probably look at the bench and not say anything. But if you do both, they're going to call it as intimidation or whatever they call it in college. I don't know. All right, it's got a 4-point lead with 1:24 to go. Let's see how the freshman Schifino handles the offense here, coming down in crunch time. It's going to go around the dribble. They're going to play him a little further out. He gets it to Trayce. Trayce goes up, puts it up and in. Trayce with the little baby hook, scores the basket. 2-point game. Here comes Xavier with 1:08 to go. We're going to see they're going to keep running their offense out high. Fremantle's got the ball at the top. It's going to rotate it around. They keep running their little weave. Back and forth they go. He gets inside. He gets in the lane, puts up the little floater. No good. Ball's tipped out. Here comes Kopp. Kopp gets to Race Thompson. Thompson goes across. He hits Trayce. Trayce puts up the shot. No good. Trayce was a little bit out of sync. And I think that it's going to be a foul on Xavier for a block. Trayce missed his shot there, but that's okay. He's going to get free throws. Yeah. That could have went the other way. I think they called that a block because he was rolling around his left side and his knee was past him when he made contact. First free throw's up and good. 1 point from being tied here. A tie game, you go down, you play defense for 30 seconds, you get the ball back, you score the lead, you go in the half with the lead after a god-awful first half. Second one is no good. Down a point. Here comes Xavier. Suck it up and play D, boys. You got to play D. He's going to score 30 today. Nothing doing. Nunji looks inside. Can't get it in there. They go roll, take the ball around. Nothing going. Alley-oop to Nunji. Nunji misses the dunk. Trayce controls it. What is the whistle for? What would happen? There wasn't a foul. I can't see a foul. Alley-oop. Come on. There was hardly any contact there. So this will be the last possession of the first half for Xavier unless they get a turnover. Nunji misses the free throw. Ha ha. You deserve to miss that. And I think Trayce will get 30 for sure. Got 17 in the first half. Second free throw is up, and it is good. 2-point lead for Xavier. Indiana gives up 40 in the first half. I don't flipping like it. It's not our style of basketball, but here we are, 23 seconds to go. Everybody's on their feet in the Cintas Center as Hood Schifino burns the clock down to 10. Start your offense, young man. He's going to drive it inside. Nothing doing. Gets it to Trayce. Trayce goes all the way to the basket. No good. Tipped up. No good. Xavier's going to control. They throw it full court and short. We had that's college basketball. A 2-point deficit at the half. I love Creek's analogy there. We are fine. To be within 2 after the way that half went, we could have easily been down 12. And you're absolutely correct, Creek. If they can match that intensity and play that way in the second half, they're going to be tough to beat. But we still held with them on their home floor for the first half. Absolutely awesome first half of basketball. I wouldn't expect anything less than that. I don't think they're better than us, but you know what, man? It's like war. You start invading people's homeland, they're going to fight back, and that's exactly what you got today. Let's not forget, Sean Miller is an excellent basketball coach. Unlike I ain't gonna say Archie's a bad coach either, but I can start there. But he's a great coach. He's always been more than a decent head coach in college basketball for his years at Arizona. And, to come back here to Xavier and, he's going to win over a program. He's going to build a program. He's not going to be a losing coach. I guarantee it. So when you got a guy that puts together teams that know how to win, we've got a good looking team. We've got a lot to prove. We haven't proven anything. Getting knocked out by St. Mary's College in the tournament last year just proved that we could get into the tournament. Didn't prove we could compete. So, both of these teams have a lot to prove in that aspect. As we cruise into halftime here, pinned message at the top. It's in the Blood Discord. If anybody wants to join, it's a lot of fun. Post memes. We do a lot of football stuff. Hang out. Let's talk about the first half just a little bit. I got a little winded there because it was kind of hectic for a hot minute. But Trayce Jackson-Davis, 7 for 8 from the floor, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks. He did have the turnover on the errant pass, 17 points. Those are game type of statistics against a good Division I school. Then you go down to what's not so good. Miller Kopp, 1 for 6 from the floor, 0 for 2 from behind the 3-point line. Bad. No rebounds, bad. No assists, bad. No steals, bad. No blocks, bad. No turnovers. I guess there's a plus, and a foul. Race Thompson did not play well in the first half. 1 for 5 from the floor, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 defensive rebounds, 4 total rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks, and 1 personal foul. So Race Thompson's not scoring the ball, but he's doing everything else that a senior should do on the floor. I'll accept that, especially with Trayce Jackson-Davis has 17 in the first half. Jalen Hood-Schifino started the half off very slow. He finished with 3 points, 1 for 1 from behind the 3-point line, 1 for 5 overall. Has 3 rebounds, crashing the glass for a guard. I like it. 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 turnover. That's pretty productive half. If he goes 4-4 and 2 for the game, that's probably fairly decent if Xavier plays well in the second half. Xavier had it in his head that he was going to use the dribble. He used the dribble penetration to go 4 for 4 from the inside, which is where he needs to be playing the game. 2 for 3 from the free throw line. He short-armed 1 free throw, and you could tell that he fudged it when he shot it. And then he used his inside game to get his 3-point basket, which was a really nice play in rhythm. I think Galloway dropped the pass for that. I can't remember for sure. I can't see anybody else with an assist that it could have been. It could have been Race Thompson or Schifino as well. I'm not sure which one did it. But he did hit 1 3-pointer, and that was one of the 2 that they hit. Going down a little bit further, you get to your top 5 there, and then there's 5, 7, 24, 30, or 25, 7, 14, 24, 34, 35 points. 35 of your 38 points come from the starters, and that's what you expect to see. Renew comes in, immediately scores a basket, gets 3 rebounds, but he did pick up a couple fouls like Xavier Johnson did in that first half. Those are the only 2 guys that we got with 2 fouls right now. Oh, and then after that, it's just a little bit of mediocre. Geronimo did come in and get a free throw. He got a rebound. He did commit a foul. Tamar Bates has a turnover. He got the ball stripped from him, but that one just wasn't called. I think that was okay. He did not get into the rhythm of the game. Yeah, that is unusual, but when you're playing teams like they played in the first 2 games, you kind of expect them to score, upwards of 100 points against competition like that. Right now they're looking at scoring 80 today. If they just match that first half, which they played kind of bad in a lot of aspects of it, if they match their first half and one other guy gets hot, they're going to be over 80 today. So for sure, I look for that defense. I don't think I think Woodson's going to sit down in the locker room with them today and tell them, saying, look, you guys have got everything you need to win. You got everything you need to win. Go out here and defend the ball. Don't foul, and good things will happen. I think they're going to focus on their defense. And going back the other way, college basketball is bad, bro. It's fixed. I couldn't disagree more. I like that people feel that way because I guess it gives them something to talk about. But my answer to that statement is that you cannot make this up. Can I be blunt? Does Woodson figure he needs to start Kopp for some reason other than Kopp's ability? That's a great question. Last year the excuse was all the intangibles that he brings to the floor, but I don't see that. Oh no, no. That's a great point. Anybody that watches these games and considers themselves a fan should feel and think that way. If you're a reporter, if you're Oberman for the Indianapolis Star or whatever he works for up there, Zach Osterman. That's it. I'm sorry. You would honestly, that should be a question that continually gets asked. If I'm available, Madden Zach, I will be there for sure. And we do football. We do a little bit of college football near the bowl games, and we're just starting out, so we really haven't figured out what all we're going to do. But we love the live streaming, and we love interacting with the chat. That's become our favorite thing to do right now. So college basketball is my thing. NFL, me and my daughter split. She does Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night. I do Sunday afternoon, and then whenever we have stuff to do, we also do Q&As and just stuff, interaction stuff with the chat. As far as lives go, we pick our football games and stuff like that. Appreciate you being here. I would definitely appreciate a like if you do. She's in this channel. She's the one that's pinned up there right now. That's Alex IITB. Just click on the channel link and go back to Thursday Night Football from yesterday. You can see her. It's a cool place to hang out. We've made a lot of good friends, and I definitely respect that, your opinion about college basketball being fixed. There's days that I've thought that stuff too, my friend. And it's definitely fun to theorize and talk about. Yeah, it's the same channel, Zach. All you have to do is click here. Just go over here to underneath where it says down there and it shows the channel name. Just click on that. That's the same channel. She can. But it's all you have to do is click over there by where it says, where you're seeing the description of the events today. That being said, back to Tony. Tony, love you too, man. It's something to really think about. I really think that as this year progresses, Kopp has got to lose that starting position. I think Renew or Geronimo or Galloway or Tamar Bates, any one of those guys can fill that void. He best, but you're right. It looks like he feels under some obligation to play Miller. And I don't know what happens during practice. I don't know whether it's just a game thing that he doesn't perform in. There we go. Hang on a second. It's the same channel. Yeah. There's the link for it right there. If you can't click over on the other, maybe you're on your phone. I'm not sure. Sorry, I didn't explain it to you well enough, Zach. It's both of us in here. Thank you, brother. Definitely appreciate that very much. Also, we have a pinned Discord up on top for the fam here if anybody wants to hang out. But I'm not, the whole Miller Kopp thing is, it has me baffled. I think at some point this season he's going to be right on, Zach. I like Loyola Chicago. That's awesome. That's a great school. They got an awesome program. I root for them in the NCAA tournament big time. Oh, my goodness. But anyway, you guys got to keep your eye on this Miller Kopp stuff because that's the one thing right now that makes no sense. I don't know what it's going to take for him to pull him from that starting rotation. Everybody asks the same question in these kind of environments, but nobody really has that answer for sure. I really think that maybe these other guys don't play consistently enough. Yeah, and that's it. Zach, the reason why the NBA is blowouts all the time is because the teams don't really push solid defense the whole day. If you're a defensive guy, you're a specialist, you're only in there for a few minutes a game. Well, Daniel, you're talking what happened in the 80s and the 90s. Back then, Gene Cady did a great job for Purdue of getting some of them guys. Gene Cady fought really hard for in-state recruiting as well. He went around to get the guys to play at Purdue, but Bob Knight dominated in-state recruiting. Mr. Basketball was usually coming to IU. What happens now is that we've had such a long stretch where we were just not significant enough that people like Michigan State, Ohio State, even the University of Illinois, Michigan, have sunk their teeth into area recruits close to their side of the state. And that's really diminished what we can get. So we've had to resort into going to Florida, Texas, other states looking for our guys because we cannot control our own in-state recruiting. That is one of the things that has to change. We can't let guys go to North Carolina. We can't let our best players leave the state. And that's on Matt Painter too. You've got to fight hard to keep these guys at home. We do not want them. No offense to any fans at the University of Kentucky. We don't want them at the University of Louisville, who's struggling right now. We want in-state recruits at IU, and you want to keep the best of the best home because the fans love those guys. I'm not sure. My dad's jamming to the Who. Well, that's really cool. That's cool, brother. It's all good, man. Got to jam them jams. Anybody that's jamming the Who's got to be having some fun. But we're getting ready to start this second half here in the next couple minutes. Anybody else got any comments? Defense needs to improve. That's all I can say. Defense needs to improve. Turnovers were a little high, not too gosh awful bad. 5 in the first half. I'll take 5. I don't want to see that many. 3-point shot was horrible. Let's just play defense and let's keep the scoring down in the second half, and good things will happen. I don't think he's going to do it, bro. I don't think he's going to throw a chair. If you remember that game, Coach was a little upset. Coach was always wound up, but he was a little upset that day. And he wasn't afraid to get kicked out of games. He wasn't afraid to try to do something to change momentum. That's what he was good at. He used technicals to change momentum. Man, Creek, I'm telling you, look, when we were talking about this before the game today, the over-under in this game was 142, I think. And I favored the under in this game. I thought the defense would be a lot better. I will probably do a little bit of a post game. If there's enough people that have something worth talking about, bro, we'll hang out for a little while because 2 hours is kind of short for us. This will be a 2 hour and 15-minute stream. Yeah, we're going to see. That's what we're going to see, Creek. We're going to see who has stamina, whose guys got the will to win, who's going to push through being tired and winded. That's what the second half's going to bring tonight. Let's get some of our young guys into this game. Oh, it was cold today. It didn't get above 30 until after lunch. Okay, Xavier's going to inbound the ball. They're going to come across the timeline with a 2-point lead to start the second half. Rotates the ball to the right wing. Nothing doing. Nunge has it out high. They rotate. They're running the weave out high. Goes around Xavier. Gets all the way to the basket. Hits to Nunge. No good. Nunge misses the bunny. Here comes Xavier back the other way. Driving to the basket. He's going to go all the way. He's going to draw the foul and go into the stands. A little out of control there. Nunge missed a bunny on the other end. Xavier Johnson lost his guy on the other end of the floor. So that wasn't a good defensive set. No way. But I'd take overtime. Overtime's fun. There's the inbound to Race Thompson for the dunk. His defender falls down on the switch. Race gets an easy 2 to start the half. Tie ball game, 40 up. Let's go. Cruising around the pick. Shafino's in tow. Rotates it to the left wing against Kopp. Drives around him. Pulls up. Nunge takes a 17-footer. No good. Xavier controls the rebound. Outlet to Shafino. Shafino pushes it up. He's going to hold it out. X is going to reset the offense. Going to get the ball over to the left wing, back out high. Double pick up high for X. He's not using it. Dribbles around, gets it over to the right wing. Kopp's got it. Nunge fronts Trayce. X going to drive to the left. He gets all the way to the basket. Goes up and in with the layup. Quick step. Xavier gets to the basket. Indiana leads 42-40. Starting this half just like they started the last, 4-0. Here comes Xavier. They're going to take the three. Hard off the back iron, no good. Here comes Schifino going to push. Schifino comes across the timeline, hits Kopp in the corner for three. No good. Kopp missed it. It was a pretty good shot in transition. Here comes Xavier back the other way. 4-on-3. Indiana gets defense back. They're going to reset up high, goes around a pick, trying to get it over. They got three on the right. They rotate it out to Nunji at the top of the key. Looking, he's going to take an open three-pointer off the dribble. No good. Xavier's going to get another rebound off the tip from Schifino. X is going to walk the ball up the 4. 42-40. Let's see if we can extend. Let's have a good thing. Passes the ball to Trayce. Trayce feeds it inside. I think Nunji tipped that ball out of bounds. It's going to stay on this end. They're going to call Fremantle with the foul. Okay. They're going to call him on the foul on the inlet pass. Okay. They get the ball out. There's an ugly pass by Kopp. It was a low bounce pass. Xavier gets in the passing lane, tips the ball out of bounds. It stays on this end. Full shot clock. Yeah, just settling for that shot. And that's what we want them to do. We want them to settle. X gets it to Schifino. Schifino, 10 on the clock. He's going to drive, gets Trayce. Trayce puts up the little floater. No good. Hard off the back iron. Schifino cannot get to it. And it's going to be Xavier ball out of bounds. Race Thompson couldn't control the rebound, and it goes away. Yeah, I got to say, I haven't seen anything good yet. Let's see how long he stays on the floor. Nunji's going to drive to the left. He's going to hand it off. There's a switch. They got a mismatch on the baseline. Goes all the way around. Good defense by Trayce. He still gets the reverse layup to go. Xavier ties the game back up at 42 apiece. Let's go. Come on. Schifino drives around. Nothing doing. He hits Race on the right wing. Race gives it to Xavier. X is going to drive over, takes the 17-footer. He's going to draw another foul. X is drawing contact with that quick first step and getting defenders behind. Jones with a nice layup there for Xavier, though. He does get under the basket and around Trayce Jackson. In position, just couldn't make a play. Better offensive play. This is the X that I like, the one that will drive to the basket, not settle for jump shots. And if he does take a jump shot, it's wide open, one dribble. And Galloway's coming into the game. I'm going to assume Sully Bone goes to the bench with 4 fouls and 9 points. That's a big hit right there to start this second half for Xavier. I wouldn't have been playing him if he's that foul prone yet. But what are you going to do? 43-42. Second free throw's good. We go back to a 2-point lead. X is going to get a quick break here. And that's who Galloway's coming in for. Not sure what that's all about. But he goes, I don't think he sat right down. I think he went to the locker room. Did I see that right? Here we go. They get the ball inside. Nothing doing. There's going to be a foul on Miller Kopp against Jones right there. Or was that on Trayce? They're showing the camera on Trayce. I was thinking about it, Madden, but I didn't get it set up, so it's going to be hard pressed for me to get done. We got the ball out high. He's going to rotate around to the top of the key. Rotates to the left wing, looking for the jump shot. Nothing doing. He's going to try to get around Galloway, step back, 2-pointer. Nice shot by number 5. Ties the game back up at 44 apiece. That looks like that is Kimmel. Good-looking player. Trayce has got the ball out high. Schifino's going to rotate around. He drives. He gets it, and Schifino forces a pass. Trayce picks it up, and it's going to score the easy basket. Lucky that wasn't a turnover. Trayce gets a basket, 46-44. This game is fast-paced, and it's up and down and a lot of scoring. Rotates, dribbles around. Kimmel's looking to shoot again. He feels it, gets it back out to Nunji, rotates it around to Jones. Jones is going to pass it over to Kimmel. He's going to dribble drive, looking to shoot. Nothing doing. Galloway's right on him, rotates it around. 8 on the clock. Nunji goes all the way to the basket, misses a bunny. Here comes Schifino back the other way after the layup. He's going to drive all the way, gets all the way to the rim. No foul. Foul's going to be called on the floor. But Schifino puts the dribble down, tries to get to the rim, and creates for himself. He's going to earn some free throw shots or at least get a team foul against them. However, the play before, that was not a great pass by Schifino trying to get it into Trayce. He was trying to force it a little bit much there. Exciting half of basketball thus far. We got 16:08 left to go. Here we go. Kopp's going to inbound the ball. He gets it. Oh, my God. Taking the F out. Fast break. They don't score. It's going to be a strip. And Trayce Jackson-Davis with the athletic play saves the basket, gets it back. He's going to drive. Trayce gets all the way to the rim, draw another foul. And that's completely awesome. On the other end of the court there, Miller Kopp with a god-awful foul. Yeah, they're already winded. You can tell that they were not looking for this type of game. Good news. Man, Creek, you're fired up. Get Kopp out of there. Where would we be without Trayce? It would be a totally different looking team, and who knows? Trayce goes out of the game, and there's been games where last year where they responded and played really well, good team basketball. But Trayce just makes everything better when he's on the floor. He makes good decisions. I got you. I respect you. Yeah, and that's it. What you need to start doing now is start rotating your sub pattern. You know what? Let's not get too fast with just bringing the whole second team in, because that got us into a little trouble in the first half. But let's keep rotating those guys and keep dribble penetrating with the ball. Guards in the paint is what's going to win this game. It's been the only thing that they have not been able to really stop. Yeah, so far, I don't have the team fouls. Let's see. Yeah, so far this game. But Xavier Johnson is doing what we expect him to do. You know, I see why they don't. Geronimo lacks maturity. Kopp just I can't figure it out. I'm not sure. I would take trying it, maybe sitting Kopp down. I would like to see Tamar Bates in that spot, honestly. Yeah, Galloway's been getting beat a couple times today, but he's on somebody a little bit smaller and quicker. Yeah, I just don't know what to think about the Kopp. I can't wrap my hand around why he stays on the floor. I really think Tamar Bates should be getting the more minutes right now. I think he's the guy that can really propel this team if he gets going. For sure, that wing position has 3 different type of guys behind it. No doubt. I agree. Gets the ball inbound to Schifino. Schifino dealt with Malik Renew, with the reverse layup. Instant offense, number 5. Freshman Malik Renew with the instant basket. 4-point lead for IU. He's going to drive all the way to the basket on Schifino. He got around Schifino and scored. Xavier comes right back and scores. Knocks it down to a 2-point game. Let's go. Come on, Hoosiers. Keep it up. Schifino brings the ball across the timeline. Feeds Renew on the baseline. Renew traces out there. Renew drives. He feeds it across court. Around the world they go. Galloway's got it up high. Trayce gets the bounce pass. And there's a jump ball. No, they call that a foul. These officials are garbage. That should have been a jump ball. These officials are whistle hungry. They blow hard. No pun intended. Kimmel, oh man, looked like he grabbed him by the nuts. Here we go. Galloway dribble drive. He's going to try to get in. He feeds Renew. Renew's got an open lane to the basket. Easy basket. Assist for Galloway. That wasn't a great call. No. Indiana up 4. Xavier's going to drive, trying to get around Renew. There's a tipped ball. Renew's going to lose it out of bounds. It's going to stay. They're going to call a foul. How's that a foul? That's what Sean Miller is saying. How's that a foul? That is the 16th foul on Xavier in this game. Indiana only has 2. He's just active, and he goes straight to the basket. Yeah, we do want a free throw game. They try to get the ball in. Renew's out high on defense. Trayce tries to get the steal on Nungy. Feeds it down on the block. Shafino's in tow. Galloway's there swiping at the ball. He's going to go around. He goes around. Shafino gets no good. Here comes Renew. Dribbling up the court. Stop the ball, big boy. Hand it off to your guard. There you go. Shafino's got it out high. He's going to start the offense. He feeds Trayce. Trayce is going to go around. Goes up for the reverse layup. Gets around Nungy. Scores 2 more points. Trayce Jackson Davis. 52-46. IU's up 6. 9 for 11 from the floor. 21 points. World champion type of play right there from Trayce. He is going to be a first-team All-American if he keeps playing basketball like this. I saw King Pookie say that he's doing World Cup, and I lost my mind. Man, I'd hate to see what kind of people I'd get in here if I did soccer, dude. World Cup's cool, though. Here we go. Little extracurricular looked like was going on there. It's going to dribble drive around. Going to try to get a Renew's defending out at 27 feet. Kimmel drives all the way to the basket. No good. Here comes Renew with the rebound. He starts the fast break. Renew gets the ball up to the basket. Shafino. Renew lays it in. A little bit of freshman to freshman. What the hell did they just call on him? I can't hear what they're saying. Hey, calm down, big fella. Shafino with the pass to Renew. Renew goes up and scores. And he said something. So we're going to get these officials. Hey, come here. What he's saying is, look, I know you're good. You just can't run your mouth. That's the one thing. Yeah, I know. Can't run your mouth, though. You know what? These officials are not going to. They've done shown they're not going to tolerate it. X is over there going, shit, man. You didn't do nothing wrong. Renew goes to the bench. He's getting fired up. He's getting yelled at over there. Young man is going to be great. I don't give a crap what anybody says. Young man is going to be great. Xavier gets a couple free throws to go down. They're down by 6. Play some defense, boys. Keep them under. Keep that scoring down. Kimmel gets the ball out high. Galloway goes through a pick and puts the big boy on the ground. Kimmel fakes the 3, gets it back out. No shot. Good D. Deep 3 by Kimmel. Buried it. Kimmel answers back for Xavier. A 5-point run due to that technical. 54-51. This game is at a high pace. We're out high. Shafino's got it at the top of the key. He dribbles, tries, is going all the way to the basket. Misses the layup. Race Thompson controls. He's going to dribble out. He's going to draw the foul. That is going to put us in the 1-and-1. There's some lady down there calling travel, but when you have a pivot foot, you're not going to get called for the travel when they're leaning on your back. Very nice shot by that kid, Kimmel. He can really launch without much time. Race Thompson goes to the free throw line. 13:21 to go in the game, and we're already in the 1-1. First one is good. Make your free throws, boys, and it's going to be an easy game. There is 11 fouls been called in this half. That is amazing. Twitter's going to die. I don't know. Who knows? It might be just media drama. Who knows? Second free throw short off the front iron. And there's going to be a lane violation on somebody, on Xavier. They're going to get another free throw. These officials are calling all the calls out. They're calling the lane violation on Kimmel. Sean Miller. Oh, Kunkel. I'm sorry. I read his name wrong. He still misses. Trayce gets the rebound. And then here comes starting on the fast break the other way off the rebound. He falls down. That is not a foul. Okay, I thought he was going to call it a foul. Jones is out of control. Oh, Dabney, I see a lot of good. To be fair, hopefully Indiana, Ramin. They get the ball in. They got it at the top of the key. Gets it down on the block. There's the quick floater, and that's a good little shot there. Xavier's going to cut the lead to 2. Xavier has fight in them. They've cut the lead back to 2 after we were up 8. But 2 technicals in this game has really cost this team. 5 points each time. Xavier's going to drive. He loses the ball going up. Good defense by Xavier. X loses the ball going up. It's a turnover. Xavier's got a chance to tie or take the lead here. Kunkel's got the ball out high. He's dribble drive around, nothing doing. To the right side for 3. Good open look. And Race Thompson controls the board, gets it to, Xavier Johnson just got smacked in the face. Galloway comes back the other way. Tamar Bates is open on the baseline. He had nobody on him. Nobody saw him. Reset the offense with 20 on the play clock. They get the ball down to Trayce against Nunji. Keep working your magic, big man. Back him in. Trayce with the little baby hook. Easy 2 points. All day, every day. 57-53. And they're going to learn that. Keep your mouth shut. It'll happen. Dribble drive, looking to get around. There's a double team out there. Galloway backs off, trying to get it going. They're still running their weave. They get the ball down inside. Help comes. No good. Nunji throws it up. No good. All ball there. I didn't see no foul. Here comes Johnson back the other way. He's going to come up slow, set the offense. X brings the ball across the timeline. He's going to rotate over to the left, and then he's going to start working his way back to the right. He hits Trayce. Trayce traveled. Trayce took off before he could dribble. I'm going to give Xavier a ton of credit here. They are definitely playing good basketball. They're getting down, but they're not out. They're holding. They're staying close, and that's what you have to do as the home team here. Good opponent for us today. Good opponent. Dabney, I like. There's a lot of stuff I see about Hood Schifino that I really like. He's most of the time the game is coming to him. Today he's had a lot of patience. Look at his stat line. Let's see. I know he's 1 for 6 from the floor. He hit the 1 3-pointer he took. He's got 4 boards, 4 assists, and 1 turnover. We haven't had somebody that didn't turn the ball over out there in a while, and he's a freshman. I'm going to tell you just to give him the benefit of the doubt for a little while. I'll take him over Kopp for sure. I see that, if he continues to play and keeps working his way up a little bit against better competition, he might. I was sitting here thinking the other day he could be a one and done. I hope not. Him and Renew both got it going on. Okay. How much time will the match end? So we've got 11 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in the game. No. Right now, Woodson looks pretty set on his rotation at this point in time. And it looks like he's planning on going 9 deep. But, whichever one of those guys gets up off the bench first and gets an opportunity, they need to really show themselves well if they want to be in that rotation. The bad part about Renew today is he's got 4 for 7 from the floor, but he's already got 4 personal fouls. And that's something he's got to learn to get in check. It's 110 points if you're adding them together, puppet. 110. So far, it's been an excellent half for IU. A lot of good things. Trayce Jackson-Davis just keeps rolling on. 7 more points, and he eclipses that 30. This ain't math class. We don't add. I add, sir. I like the under and the over-under today, but we're really pushing. There's no way that we're going to stay under 142 today. I don't think. Unless the defense just tightens up. Here we go. Xavier comes across the timeline with a fresh shot clock after a timeout. Let's see how they respond. 57-53, rotating it around. They keep running their weave out high. Tamar Bates in tow, goes up for the layup, and 1. Tamar Bates is going to get called for the foul. Not bad defense there. Xavier's trying to get their guys fired up. Kiki Tandy, what a name. KK, KY, KY. I'm guessing Kiki. Kai. Over, and that's going to be, it looks like they're going to control that ball. Nunji goes over the back, doesn't foul. Yeah, Tamar got beat. They're going to keep the ball on this end of the court. Sean Miller, I'm telling you, Sean Miller's a good coach. Xavier's going to get a new shot clock here. They're out there cleaning some moisture off the floor. Guys are hitting the floor. We're going to see how that stamina works out. This is where I got upset last year coming up to the under 10 point of the game. And I'll explain once we get a little closer. He's got it out. Nunji takes a step inside the three-point line. Nothing doing. They're going to rotate. It's going to overshoot. Nunji gets the ball on Xavier Johnson. They get the switch. They get the easy basket. Tie ball game with 11 minutes to go. We need to win the 8-minute mark for sure. Xavier's going to drive. He's going to get inside. He flips it over across court. Race Thompson does not take the 3. Feeds Trayce on the block. Trayce is going to go around Nunji. Puts it up and in. Trayce Jackson-Davis with a reverse layup. 59-57, 10:36 to go. Here comes Xavier. Stop backpedaling. You're going to get beat. He lost it. That's going to be a turnover. He dribbled it off his own foot. Yeah, well, he about got beat there, Creek. He shouldn't be doing that backpedaling crap. He comes across the timeline. Everybody seems to be into the game. Galloway tries to drive around, gets cut off. Xavier's trying to drive. He gets inside. He goes all the way to the basket. Feeds over to Race Thompson for 3. Inside out. No good. Trayce goes up and over. Gets the board. And he's going to draw a foul right here on the block. Trayce is going to get 2 free throws. Did you see him go up and get that rebound without fouling? He went straight up and used the length of his arms to bring that ball back. Over Nunji. That tells me Nunji's getting tired because Nunji's a bigger basketball player. Trayce uses his athleticism to get that board. Claude commits the foul. We're going to get 2 free throws here. Trayce hits the first one. I'm starting to get a little wound up, y'all, so it might get a little ugly in here for a hot minute. Trayce Jackson-Davis is playing like first-team All-American all the way. 25 points, 11 for 13 from the floor. Nunji's a 4-star, Fatigue to a 3-star. Guy's got an interesting story, though. Oh, and Trayce hard shoots the second one off the back iron. 3-point lead for IU with 10 minutes to go in the game. Xavier's going to bring it across the timeline. We're starting to wind up here. It's a highly competitive game. Drives around. He's looking. Nothing doing. Galloway's on the other side against Kunkel. Kunkel drives. Nothing doing. Gets it around out high. Drives, trying to get to the basket. He's got Trayce on him. Trayce forces him to throw it out. Kunkel takes a step, misses, and then misses another. Oh, he bounces it off the front rim. I think that's a 3. He's going to tie the game. They need to go back and check the monitor about his feet. Come back across the timeline. 60-60. Xavier 6 for 13 from behind the stripe right now. My screen froze. Nice. Race has got it on the block. Back out to Schifino. Schifino's got the ball out high. He's looking. He's going to drive around. He's going to go all the way to the basket. And what is that going to be? That's going to be a turnover. He loses the ball going out of bounds. Not sure what happened there. Looks like he just lost it. I don't think he drew a foul. Xavier has oh, that is 3. Man, he was just short on the shot. He bounced one-hopped it in and beat Galloway. Nice shot fake by Kunkel. He gets the ball over. He's got the ball down on the baseline against Race. Race pushes him out. That's going to be a foul. Race got him with the body. Not a bad foul there. Breaks up the momentum. 60-60 tie. Race uses right there. Pushed him. Fremantle has played a pretty good game as well. A little quiet here in the second half. Race Thompson's going to go to the bench with his second foul there and get a break. Miller Kopp's back on the floor. He's going to be driven against and draw and pick up a foul. First thing he gets in, he doesn't move his feet, and his defender gets around him. Kopp's going to pick up a foul there, and that is going to get Indiana to the 6th foul mark. So the next foul shot, Xavier will be – no, that puts them in the bonus. I'm not sure what happened with Nunji at Iowa. I know that he wasn't quite getting as much playing time. And then I think his father passed away. And then I think that's when he decided to transfer to Xavier. I'm not sure. Daniel Kopp can't transfer again, I don't think. I think he's on his last year, so I don't think he can play no more. So regardless, we don't have to see him after this season. I think he's a good, smart ball player. I know his basketball intelligence is really high, but I just don't see the execution anymore. I don't ever really remember seeing it at Northwestern. He would make a few shots every now and again, look good doing it, but I don't ever really remember him being that guy to take over a game or be a number 1 scorer for a team. So I'm not really sure what the affinity was with Indiana with him. I hope they didn't take him in just because he looks like a good old Indiana boy. Hey, we have been treated to an awesome game today. Everybody that's in the house, if you don't mind, please smash that like button and hit the subscribe button for Alex and I. We love this channel. We love hanging out with y'all. If you haven't commented, please feel free to drop chats. I love to see what everybody has to think. I want somebody just chat it up. Just be respectful of everybody. Also, in the pinned messages, we have a channel Discord. If you would like to join that and want to hang out, it's a good place to hang out. Lots of very intelligent sports folk in there. And we drop funnies and have a good time. Still on this commercial break, Indiana's played a better half. However, every time we punch this team in the mouth, they come roaring back. This is like a heavyweight fight. But this is what life is like on the road. Xavier is going to be a decent team. I'm a good old Indiana white boy. Hey, and that's not exactly what I meant, but he just resembles that, that persona. Yes, Trayce needs to be the focal point when we win basketball games in the Big Ten. your offense has to run through your best player. And if that means that he scores 25, he scores 25. Yeah, this is where you're going to find out if you got the stamina. Does the NCAA have an over 65 division? Heck, I don't know. But it's a good point, Nathan. I mean, that's kind of a stereotype, of the old school college basketball player, because that's what Miller Kopp looks like. He looks like the kid that played in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s with the nice hair like Steve Alford. You know what I'm saying? I wish we had a guy to shoot like that guy on this team. We would be pretty tough. We do not have the knockdown three-point shooter that we need. That is what this team desperately needs going forward to compete for a national championship. All right, Jones is at the free throw line. And he missed the 1-and-1. Renew gets the rebound. Both of our technical guys are in there, mouth one and mouth two. Let's see if they can keep it quiet and play ball. One more foul and Renew's out. And Xavier goes into a zone. So Xavier goes into a zone, and we're setting up to play against the zone. We get the ball in the middle to Trayce. Trayce to Shafino. Shafino almost loses it. Almost throws a turnover. Here we go. He's going to get it down to the corner to Trayce. Trayce is going to drop in. Trayce shoots the 18-footer. What a defensive idea by Xavier. And we looked way out of sorts. Xavier is on a 14-6 run. They get the ball out. There's an open three, and he missed it. But he gets his own rebound. Nobody blocks out. We're out of sorts right now. He's going to drive to the basket. And Trayce with the block. Get that out of here. Here comes Shafino back the other way. He hits Kopp, and Kopp travels. God, put the ball on the floor or pass it. What a block by Trayce Jackson-Davis. That's the most athletic play I've seen today. There you go. That's the question, man. I don't know what it's going to be. They get the ball. They're going to rotate around. Kunkel's got it out high. Galloway's back on the floor. Renew's got Freemail on the inside. He shoots it, and he makes it. Xavier goes back up 2. We're under 8. Oh, man. God, let's not even go there, Daniel. He's going to dribble, drive out high, stop playing with it, works himself up. He sets the offense. They are in some kind of a matchup zone here. Over to Renew for 3 from the corner. Malik Renew. Trayce gets the rebound over Nungy's back again. He drives, gets the reverse layup. Trayce Jackson-Davis keeps us in this game single-handedly. 62-all. Here comes Xavier back the other way. He's going to drive. He's going to try to get around Galloway. Galloway bodies him up. Jones has got him. He puts up the shot. Galloway straight up down there. Going to call Galloway with the foul. The whistles are blown easily today. And Xavier's going to get 2 free throws here as we go to timeout. I got to tell you, though, Creek, when Trayce Jackson dribbled on that baseline and he went around the defender, I think he carried the ball. Didn't get called, but it looked like that dribble came really high up. I'm a little wound up. It's kind of hard not to get fired up over this stuff today, but it's really tough because college kids are inconsistent most of the time, and once you think you've got them squared away, they let you down, and then they come back and they do amazing stuff the next trip down the court. It's heartbreaking. Yeah, I'm looking at his stat line today, and there is 1 assist. There is no rebounds. Well, that's great. That's all well and good, but as long as everybody understands that if he hits a 3 right now, it doesn't make it okay. He's consistently the worst player on the floor, and being that we all have human nature, you're going to pick on the weak link that's on the floor, and that's been Miller Kopp. Ben, I don't know that I agree with that. And the reason why is because going on the road against any competitive team, they're 10 points better at home. I think that showing resilience, shooting at a very decent clip today, we're 50% from the floor, 66% from the free throw line. I think that's a pretty good. I mean, the defense has played fairly well. I mean, I think this is a good road test early. I think this game will help us, but there's a lot to grow upon during the season. Teams never look great. Oh, for sure, Dabney, because nobody wanted us in that top 15. But that recruiting class was so highly touted with 2 standout freshmen and then with 4 starters returning. How do you not, for an NCAA tournament team, how do you not start them in the top 15? You know what? Wait for the post game, see what the question is, because if we're sitting here right now and we're fans for the most part, nobody here is a professional analyst in any stretch of the word. If we're making these calls and seeing it happen in front of us, everybody else is too. First free throw is good. Xavier goes back on top, 63-62. Everybody knows that he's struggling. Zach Fremantle has got 13 points today, 6 for 10 from the floor. He's playing excellent. And second free throw rims in, and they got a 2-point lead. I've got to say, a close game is what this team needs. We've just got to see if we can muster up. Xavier stays in this zone. Why not go to some shooting guys? They get the ball to the middle. Renew gets it back to Xavier. Xavier's going over to the left side to Galloway. Galloway feeds back to X for 3. Sunk it. Xavier Johnson in rhythm hits a 3-pointer off the pass from Galloway, and Indiana goes back up by 1. Maybe that'll get them back out of the zone. Indiana stays man-to-man. X is out high. There's the alley-oop to Fremantle, and what a play to Fremantle. He gets the dunk. Xavier goes right back on top. 66-65 with 6:30 to go in this game. Indiana has 14 assists today to Xavier 17, and Xavier just traveled. No, they're going to call a foul on the floor. Xavier's going to get some free throws here. What a nice alley-oop play. Galloway tried to defend it, can't do it, and Fremantle goes up and puts the ball in the hoop. A better pass than it was a dunk. Yeah, here's what really needs to happen. Split the defense on the zone, dribble penetration, get into the middle. That's when the good stuff happens. Get your point guard in the paint. Xavier's at the free throw line. First free throw's up. Hard off the back rim, no good. But Renew deflects the tip back out. And there's going to be a foul on Fremantle inside. And that will be his 4th as Renew gets the inbound and the inlet pass from Kopp. Now, can Renew hit free throws? I'm not sure. Come on, big fella. Here is Dan Gavitt, the senior vice president of NCAA basketball. These are called the Gavitt games. I was wondering. Renew, like a champ, like a senior, gets out there and buries his first free throw. Keep that composure, young man. This kid Fremantle can ball. I'll take him over Kopp. Second free throw is up, and beautiful stroke from the lefty. 67-66, Indiana. We have a substitution on the floor as Nunji comes back into the game after a blow. Fremantle goes to the bench with his 4 fouls. The problem with that is, Ben, is that I'm still of the opinion that Woodson isn't liberal enough with his substitutions in the second half to where we're not completely drained at the end of these games as well. Here we go. They got the ball out high. They're rotating around. Fremantle was the most athletic big man on the floor. Oh, he's still out there. Who what the heck happened? You get the ball. I'm not sure where that happened. I see the sub's not there. Oh, they didn't let him come in. Okay. Looking to take he's driving, looking for the three. He shoots it. No good. Hard off the back rim. And where's the ball controlled? Zero gets it back. They're going to dribble drive with Jones, and he's going to travel as he picks up his pivot foot. Xavier Johnson was right there. Shut up, puppet. Shut up, puppet. That was a tired mistake there by Jones for Xavier. Indiana's got a chance to extend the lead here. Xavier is back out of the zone, back to man-to-man. Galloway's got the ball on the left wing. He hits back over to Xavier, back to Galloway. Galloway down to Trayce. Trayce is at 20 foot out. He's dribbling. He's working his way in. He's got two guys over on him. Xavier's going to drive the baseline. He's going to get fouled. Xavier Johnson lured him into fouling as he goes around him on the baseline, and he sticks the knee out, and Xavier instinctively trips right over it. Whether he did that on purpose or not, don't know. That will be the 10th team foul for Xavier, and Colby Jones now has 4 fouls as well, as foul trouble is really mounting for Xavier as we go forward. Xavier's got 2 shots here. We need to bury him. First one's good. Xavier Johnson makes it. Big shot, X. Yes, sir. Indiana's extended to 2. Second free throw is up and is also good. Clutch. Xavier's going to man press. No, he's not. He's going to back up. Galloway's going to come up and press on Kunkel. Galloway's got him in tow. He brings it across the timeline. 22, Xavier Johnson with the steal all the way to the other end. And a layup. X is taken over 71-66 with 5 minutes to go. Xavier Johnson reads and steals the pass and takes up. Indiana is up 5. Scoreboard just hasn't refreshed for ESPN yet. Let's see if I can make it refresh. That was a lazy, I'm tired pass. X accelerated, got the steal. But my scoreboard just hasn't caught up yet with the game. And there you go, Xavier Johnson. They're going to get a little bit of a blow. Xavier does not look winded. Lazy pass and a steal, and he didn't even have to work that hard to get the layup. What's up, Ben? Camelbrecco. That's a different last name. Not sure. For a yeah, dude. Yeah, X is confusing because Xavier is who we're playing today and Xavier Johnson. I apologize. X is the only way I can try to keep them separated, and that is his nickname. Jake, my brother, let's go. Let's go. It was obvious that X was going to play well against X. I love it. It's working. Yeah, it's kind of tough. I wish there was a way that I could legally show and do it that way because I think you guys would enjoy. Here we go. They got the ball out high. Almost a steal by Trayce. They get the ball inside, and the pass was overthrown. Good defense by Renew. They get it over to the wing, back out to the left. He's going to reset with 10 on the shot clock. He's going to try to get the pick and go around. He's looking to score. Step back shot. Airballs it. Nunji gets it. Misses. He airballs it. And Xavier comes away with the ball. 4:40 to go. Up 5. Yeah, they're tired. They don't got any legs. Take it to the rim, my friend. Xavier's got it on the right wing. He's looking. Nothing doing. Gets it over to Cobb. Don't you travel. Hands it off to Galloway. Galloway resets. Nothing going here. Galloway dribble. Nunji double teams. Galloway picks up his dribble. He goes to the corner to Renew. Renew's going to dribble drive. He's going to get into the paint. He shoots the layup, uses footwork, and scores. Malik Renew extends the lead to 7. Here comes Xavier back the other way. And Xavier's got the ball with 4:05 to go. They rotate around. They're standing around. The offense is not moving. There's a pick out high by Nunji. Jones drives the lane. And he is going to draw a foul, and I believe that's going to go on Renew. or Kopp. I can't tell which. Looks like he's going to get 2 free throws here. Indiana extends to 73-66, which is what we should have been doing. They are a little bit tired. Our guys don't look so tired. Yep. Renew has 1 miss, I think. He missed a 3-pointer. No, he's missed 4 shots. Well, he's missed 4 field goal attempts total. 1 of them was a 3. 2 for 2 from 3 for the free throw line. 6 rebounds. 3 of those are offensive. But he does have 4 personal fouls, and he has 12 points. Between Trayce and Xavier, he's been the 3rd best player on the floor today as a freshman. And that was his 5th. And that's okay. That's 5 hard fouls. If he's fouled out, Miller Kopp's got 4 too. I think that foul was on him. Look, everybody's got to take into consideration when you go on the road and you are ranked, you're going to get somebody's best punch. And that's what we've gotten today. This team's responded very well, win or lose. Everybody should be a little bit fired up about how well we've played on the road today. Because last year when we went to a place like Syracuse, it was not the same type of game. It was not. We did not have the gumption to stay in this game when they kept knocking down threes last year. Yeah, I don't think so either, Dabney. I think he's definitely a spark off the bench, and he is definitely a big body. But, in all honesty, right there, if you want to put a fresh set of legs in, Logan Duncan plays pretty good defense. I mean, if you're looking for that guy. But Jack Nungy's tired. Trayce Jackson-Davis is getting over top of him on everything. Yeah, man, we've got the momentum. We've just pulled away. It was very tight down through the 5-minute mark there. Xavier Johnson is playing like X should play, and they are wore out. That's why Sean Miller is using their timeouts. They are in some severe foul trouble. Fremantle's back on the floor with 4 fouls. Also, Jones has got 4, and Bourne's got 4 as well. And those are 3 really good players. So any one of those guys that fouls at this point, they're going to go to the game. 7-point lead. They are at the free throw line. 3:55 to go in the game. Free throws up, and it is good. Jones is on the free throw line. He's been solid all day. Pretty good ball player. Even though he's not making everything, he looks really good. And second free throw is good as well. Now it's a 5-point lead. 73-68 with 3:54 to go. Let's go. Xavier's bring X has got it. He hits Renew. Renew's going to dribble drive. Alley-oop to Trayce. Renew with the assist. Trayce Jackson with the flush. Nobody in the middle is going to stop these guys. Nobody. Fremantle's got the ball out high. Hands it off to Jones. Jones is going to drive into the corner. There's a 3 attempt. Hard off the back rim. Long rebound. Xavier knocks it out of bounds, trying to get the steal from behind Fremantle. Renew with the court awareness. The big boy is it. Renew made that play. He saw what was coming and knew where to pass it. Nobody else is going to get it. Yeah, no doubt. If you play like that, you don't need the 3. Kunkel's got it out high. Galloway's still on him. He's going to feed it in. Nungy gets the alley-oop layup from Kunkel. Very good play. Those 2 guys are on the same page. They've got a very good 1-2 punch. And Xavier cuts it back to 5. Here we go. Xavier's trying to go around the pick. X drives inside. He's going to get into the lane and lays it up. And Xavier missed the layup. He might have traveled. It took a little bit of the Euro step there. And Xavier's got a chance to get back in this game right here. Kunkel goes all the way to the rim. No good, but Trayce rips the rebound from high off the glass. Xavier Johnson's going to bring the ball up slow. 2:43 to go, 5-point lead. Indiana is in control with the ball. A basket right here would be huge. Pick out high. Trayce is going to go back down low. They're going to sit and let the shot clock run down to 10. It's going to feed Galloway on the wing. Galloway feeds Trayce on the post. There's the double team. Over to Kopp. Dear God, hit one. Thank you. Miller Kopp finally does something today. 78-70. Indiana pulls ahead on the double team to Trayce. Trayce knew where the double team came from. They dared Kopp to hit it, and he finally hit one. Nunji gets fouled. We'll get 2 free throws. Trayce Jackson Davis fouled him. Trayce Jackson Davis knew that double team came from Kopp. Well, actually, it came from Renew, but Kopp's guy had to help defense, and they fed the corner. Now, if Kopp would have missed that, we would have all been going crazy. Yeah, he's got to hit something today, Daniel, and that's just it. Percentages usually work themselves out. I know Puppet said we don't do math in here, but percentages generally work out. Nunji shoots the first free throw, and he makes it. 78-71. That was a big three. Let's give it, yes, he made one when it counted. He's going to be out there next game. He'll be out there probably all season, just so you guys know. Second free throw is up, and it's good. Nunji's getting his legs back from under him. It's back to a 6-point lead as Sean Miller uses a timeout again, I think, and they're down to 1. What a great game today, man. I'm telling you what, it's been a lot of fun. 78-71. It was a big three. You know what? We can sit and beat on the guy all day long, but when he does it like he's supposed to do it, a spot up three inside out, that is his shot. That is what he's there to make, and he made that one. This is going to be a huge win. I believe so. I believe this win is going to weigh heavily because it's a road game. It is a true road game. It's not a neutral court. Road wins mean so much at the end of the season when it comes to seeding. Road wins mean so much when it comes to a lot of different things. Confidence, yes. I'm not jinxing. I'm just saying that if they can hold on here for the next 2-10, that's what it really, sets in motion. And the other thing it sets in motion is, guess what? We're good enough. We're good enough to play against these higher end teams on the road. When that means when they go out on the road later on this year, when they go to Kansas, they'll have the confidence to play in that game. Can't wait. Can't flip and wait. All right. He's taking the ball out. He gets it. There's the trap. Shafino is forced to get the ball over to Xavier. Xavier feeds it down the court to Kopp. Kopp dribbles across the timeline. He holds up, gets it back to X. 21 on the shot clock, 2 minutes to go. They do break the press. Shafino got trapped. Oh, my God, Xavier, what was that? Here comes Xavier on a 2-1 press. And then they get this. And they're going to get an and one. Xavier Johnson just did the dumbest thing I've seen him do today. Try to float it to Trayce Jackson when there was no reason. Oh, he thought Trayce was coming out on the switch and he didn't move, but it was still the wrong pass. I can't believe they called the foul on that play. Let's see if that was a foul. I didn't see a foul there, but okay. Yeah. And there you go. Just a second when you think you're starting to pull ahead and doing well, here comes Xavier back. They get the ball in, and Miller Kopp gets fouled on the inbound play, gets knocked down. That was scary. Yeah, it's time. And just the seconds you thought these guys had quit, here they are fighting again. I think Jones just fouled out of the game, which is huge for them, honestly. They're playing offense for defense, and Fremantle and Nunji's coming back in. I see Coach over there with his 2 guards, and I think he's preaching to them, you don't pass the ball unless you have to. You run that clock down. Xavier enters today with a 7-game winning streak at this place, at the Cintas Center. Yeah, you got to score your free throws here and keep it above 3, Aaron. I agree. And thanks for commenting, Aaron. I definitely appreciate it. Miller Kopp's going to get 2 free throws here. He has a chance to help himself again. First one is money. Extends that lead back to 4. Getting a little nervous, y'all. Getting a little nervous. Second one is up, and it is also good. That's clutch. Fremantle inbounds the ball. Here comes Bourne the other way. Xavier's got the ball. They are looking to score quick. He loses it, picks up the handle, and they're going to call Xavier for a foul there. Xavier Johnson gets called for the reach. I'm not sure if he touched him. Let's see. Yep, he got his hand up under his arm and he knocked his elbow out. Stop. Don't get complaining. Woodson's looking down to the end of his bench. Bourne has not been much of a factor in the second half, but he's a 90% free throw shooter, and he missed the first one. Indiana's still up 5. I wish you could see my TV. 1:44 left in the game, Jake. 80-75. Second free throw is money. 4-point lead for Indiana as they're getting ready to take the ball out. Here comes the press. They get it into Schifino. Schifino is pressured. He gets the ball over to X. X is going to come across the timeline. 25 seconds on the shot clock, 1:37 on the game. Indiana goes into some 1-4 set. Xavier is out high. He feeds Kopp on the wing. Kopp looks, trying to get it to Renew. Can't do it. He hits Schifino in the lane. Schifino goes up, loses it, gets hit, and gets it knocked out of bounds. Shot clock is at 6. No foul was called there. The whistle, they just swallowed it the last couple seconds there. So they're not calling the little touch fouls. The two guys, Nungy and Freeman, will come back in. Hey, there's Jerome Hunter. Looks good in a Xavier uniform, but he's been relegated to offense for defense swaps. Indiana is going to use a timeout, it looks like. They got 6 on this play clock. I feel like Woodson feels like this might be the play of the game. Woodson burns a timeout here in order to set up a play to get the best possible shot so that Indiana has the best opportunity right here. He knows that it's important. Awesome, guys. Appreciate the 122 in the house today. Smash the like button. Also, hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell if you're an Indiana basketball fan or just a sports fan or you just like hanging out. We much appreciate it here at It's in the Blood. What a great game. I don't care how it turns out. I'll be disappointed if they lose, but it's been a great game. They showed well today. Indiana has showed very well. Yeah, don't turn. It's about not turning the ball over here and getting a shot. Oh, there's the inbound. He gets it to Schifino. 5 on the shot clock. 4, 3. He hasn't done anything. Schifino takes the 18-footer. Front iron, short off the front iron, and it's no good. And Xavier will get the ball back. Not the exact result that Woodson wanted there. Here they come. Bourne brings it across the timeline. And Xavier will use their last time out here because I think Sean Miller feels that his possession is that important as well. Not the last couple years, Nathan, but they have usually been a perennial. They're always really close. They did a lot of that conference moving around and stuff like that. Upcoming schedule for Xavier, the Musketeers, they play Florida and Portland, Oregon. I wonder what that's all about. And then the winner of the Duke-Oregon State game. I haven't watched Duke yet this year, but I want to see what it's like without life after Coach K. What's up, JB? Nice to see you, my brother. Thank you for coming in today. Hey, I'm going to tell you, this Xavier team is tough. They play competitive, hard-nosed basketball. They got multiple guys that can ball out. They look a lot like Sean Miller's Arizona teams of the past. Nunji found a home where he fits in. He's still he doesn't have the post strength that a guy like him should have, but he's played fairly well today. He's got 14. Fremantle's got 15. They're both below their average. Jones and Bourne each have plenty of they have 13 and 12 respectively. And Kunkel off the bench has been a spark plug with 3 3-pointers, and he has 13 points in the game. Jones has fouled out. How much time left? Xavier's out of timeouts. It's their ball. They're down 4 with 1:10. Inbound comes to Bourne. Bourne's going to dribble out high. He looks to Kunkel. Kunkel feeds back to Fremantle. Fremantle looks back to Kunkel. Kunkel hands off to Bourne. Bourne looks to drive around Kopp. He gets around the pick. Nunji, they get the switch. And he just sunk it from 3, I think. 80-79. Boom. I'm sorry. I saw Bourne. 1-point game. 9-2 run for Xavier. Here we go. Woodson's going to let him play it out. Feed the post. Get inside. Do not settle for a jump shot. Shafino's got it. He feeds it to Trayce. Trayce has got down there. The double team has not come yet. Trayce goes and rotates around. He's going to get it stolen away by Nunji, who finally stops him. Here comes Baum across the timeline. Xavier's got a chance to win, to take the lead. That's a jump ball. And the jump ball is going back to Indiana. So that is going to mean that Xavier's going to have to foul. And they are going to have a chance to tie. Bohm with the pull-up 3-pointer. Oh, he tried to call a timeout. If he'd have got the timeout called, that would have been a tech. So here we go. Reset of the game. It's a 1-point game. Xavier's going full court press. Kopp is going to be given the inbound. You got 2 freshmen on the floor. Xavier Johnson's going to get it. He flips it to Kopp. Kopp's going to drive across the 10-second line. Kopp's out there. He hands it to Xavier. Xavier over Renew. Renew's going to get it back to Xavier Johnson. They finally fouled Renew. Kunkel's going to get the foul. Renew's going to get 2 shots here with 12.9 seconds left in the game. Here you go. Let's see what he's got there. Kunkel. That's only Kunkel's first foul there, so that's the right guy to foul. Malik Renew goes to the free throw line. First high-pressure situation for the freshman. He's short. It's short off the front rim. Xavier's going to get a chance to win this game. Renew short arms it on the first one. Here we go. Renew's got 1 shot here. We need to extend to 2. Who said overtime earlier? Here we go. Free throws up, and it is no good. Nunji controls. 11 seconds to go. It's win or lose time. Kunkel's got it. He's going to dribble all the way inside. He's going to get to the rim. No good. Tipped out and away. Xavier controls the rebound. Xavier Johnson, that is. Kunkel has to foul, and we just escaped Xavier University. Hopefully, Kunkel got all the way to the rim. He flipped it up too hard, and Xavier Johnson got the rebound. We tried to choke this one away, guys. We really tried. And that was it. That was almost it right there. They have to foul immediately. They do have 2 ticks of the clock left. Indiana's probably going to use their last timeout here. And so they're going to draw up a play. I wouldn't have called timeout if I was Indiana. Imagine being D1 and going 0 for 2 from the line. You know what? They should have never thrown the ball to the freshman, but that is what it is. They did that. Michigan State is up 6-3 on Villanova. We're getting we should be over there right now. It's not over yet, Sam, unless you see something that I don't. 2 seconds is a lot of time. And he short arms the free throw as well. What is up with this? Everybody, if you would please smash that like button for us on the way out today. Definitely appreciate that. If you would like to join the fam, we have a link in the blue chat at the top. Click on that. Second free throw is up. He does make the second one and extends it to a 2-point lead. Get the heck back. Do not foul. They're going to throw it deep. It's tipped, and Xavier controls the tip. Xavier Johnson, that is. And Indiana's going to escape Xavier University with an 81-79 victory today, trying to give it back away. But these boys held on today and did get the W. Man, pinned comment is above. If you would, please join the Discord. We're going to take just a few minutes here, and we're going to go through some of the stats here today, let you know what we thought. It was a very hard-fought game on the road. Jack Nungy come from the Big Ten from Iowa over to Xavier and played really great for this team today. This team was very balanced. They're going to be very competitive in the Big Ten or the Big East. I'm telling you that right now. There's no way to deny that. We probably had the highly touted roster that should go in there and play well, but when you go to somebody else's house and play, you just never know. Leading us today was Trayce Jackson-Davis, scoring a hard 30 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 blocks. 4 for 6 from the free throw line, 13 for 16 from the field. That is what a first-team All-American does, and that is the kind of performances that he's going to make this season for us as a team. Miller Kopp, 2 for 8 from the floor, none bigger than the 3-point shot he hit on the double team of Trayce Jackson-Davis, and he added 2 free throws late in the clutch to help secure this win for this team. We all beat on him because he struggles, but he did. When the time counted, he was right there. Awesome game for Miller Kopp today in the last minute and a half. The rest of the game was absolute garbage. Race Thompson today ended up with 5 points. He did 2 for 7 from the field. He was 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He did have 8 rebounds. He had 3 blocks today, 1 steal, 2 assists. Scrappy game, 5 points, not great. Hood Schifino did not play exceptional from shooting. He did hit 1 3 today that was big. He also had 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and only 1 turnover as a freshman. Xavier Johnson, super clutch today. 7 for 8 from the floor. He only missed 1 shot. 2 for 2 from the 3-point land. Buried both of his attempts. Took good shots. 7 for 10 from the free throw line. 7 rebounds for X. 2 assists, 1 steal, no blocks. He did have 4 turnovers today, but your point guard is going to turn the ball over. Final score is 81-79. Walnuts, thank you for stopping by. Going down to the bench, Malik Renew. Yes, Ben, that was hard on the nerves. I know a lot of Coomers from the Scott County area. I know that name because I grew up in Jefferson County. If that's the same type of Coomers, I'm just asking. Malik Renew as a freshman today, 5 for 9, 0 for 1 from behind the 3-point line. He missed 2 really clutch free throws in a pressure situation at the end. Not going to hold that against him. He got to the free throw line, didn't turn the ball over, and played very well. 6 rebounds, 3 of those were offensive. He had an assist, a steal, and 12 points for the game. Congratulations, Malik Renew. You keep getting better. Jordan Geronimo, not much of an impact today. 1 rebound, 1 assist. Tamar Bates, not much of an impact today. 1 rebound, no assist. And Trey Galloway played pretty good defense today, but he only got 1 shot, and he was up at the rim, and he got denied at the rim. He did have 4 assists off the bench today. So Hood Schifino and Trey Galloway led the team with assists today with 4 apiece. That makes for one really good point guard. Tony V, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for being here. I will post in the community tab the next one that I'm going to be on. I'm not positive right now. I will look here in a minute if this thing continues. We stay on here for just a few minutes as soon as it settles down. For those Xavier fans in the house or anybody here from Xavier, great game today, you guys. You played good basketball. You played tough, hard-nosed basketball. You're going to win games, so I wouldn't fret. In that sentence, Zach Freemantle played hard today. 7 for 11 from the floor. 6 total rebounds, 3 assists, a block, a steal. Had 3 turnovers, 15 points. Good performance. Jack Nungy, 5 for 14 today. He did make 4 or 5 from the free throw line. 7 total rebounds today for Jack. No other stats in the board, but he did come away with 14 points. Those are admirable numbers in any game. Tandy goes out, scores 7. 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 turnover. A lot of ones there. Jones, who fouled out near the end of the game, ended up with 13 points, 6 assists, and 2 turnovers. Played a pretty darn good game. His fouling out did hurt them down the stretch there. And Boom, I'm sorry for mispronouncing. I thought it was Bourne. I was good for a while there. Ended up with 15 points and hit a very clutch 3. Nice shooter today. That kid can light it up from the outside. 3 for 4 from behind the stripe. Ended the game with 15 points. Boom played a good game. And from the bench, the kid Kunkel, number 5, played with exceptional enthusiasm and shot well. He was 3 for 5 from behind the 3-point line, 5 for 11 overall, 13 points off the bench. That kid played well. Xavier showed well. 51% field goal shooting for Indiana today, which is pretty good. We held them to 42%. I will take that. 33% from the 3-point line. It's not where you want it, but we'll take it. 66% from the free throw line. Not quite where you want it, but hey, it worked out today. All things considered, it was a great game. Willie Wizard, thank you, man. Let's go IU. I definitely appreciate you stopping in and hanging out. We will be here for as many of these as humanly possible. I will be here throughout the Big Ten season. Some games I will not be able to do because we work. We have regular lives just like that have to go to work and do stuff, and we will make the ones that we can that don't conflict. But I have so much fun hanging out with everybody in here. If you would like, there's the Discord link in the blue tab in the chat. Please smash it, and I would definitely appreciate a few more likes on your way out today. To the 43 of you all that are still here, definitely appreciate it. I had so much fun hanging out with y'all today. It was unbelievable. Great game. We got the result that we really wanted. It was definitely hard fought, and we definitely showed chinks in our armor. But if we don't, we don't have nothing to work on. Coach Woodson was not a happy camper with a lot of stuff we saw today. We saw people running their mouth. It's got to quit. We saw lapse in defensive pressure today by guards. That's got to go away. We saw a few things that we should never see in games, but it was from it wasn't from mostly our starters, but it was some of the young guys. There's definitely work to be done. We really need to stabilize what Miller Kopp does, and they need to really figure out how to best utilize him. Discord is it's a gaming platform where it's a lot like Facebook or whatever, but it is just it's a place where a lot of people go, and you can stream from there. You can do just about anything you want to do. Any gift cards? I don't know. You can check it out. I mean, just click the link and the blue up above, and that's it. It's just a place to where you can post pictures and stuff like that, but within a group setting. So it's all with the people it's within our group. Nathan, definitely a fun place to hang out. Malik's technical was stupid. Absolutely. I don't know what he said, But like I said earlier, here's my take. If you look at somebody and then run your mouth after scoring, the referee is going to call that. If you look at him and then run away, he's not going to call it. If you run away and say something, he's not going to probably call it because it doesn't look like it's intended for somebody. But when you look at him and then you show intent by running your mouth, these referees obviously were instructed to not let that game get out of hand, and they called that stuff. So with that being said, Xavier Johnson, he's had that problem in the past. And you know what? And both times today, when those technicals occurred, they ended up in being 5-point swings back the other direction. And that's 10 points that came from momentum that we just instantly gave them right back. Those are mistakes that, you know, in the Big Ten will cost you a game. That'll cost you a game at Northwestern. That'll cost you a game at Minnesota. That'll cost you a game anywhere. No matter how bad somebody seems to be playing, that kind of mistake will cost you big time in this conference. Great game. Going to get ready to go through the schedule and look and see what's going to be next and figure out when the next time I'll be here. Had a blast. I hope you enjoyed the play call. I love hanging out with you all. It was definitely a blast, and I look forward to doing it the next time. Until then, I'm going to say peace. Good luck to everybody that's in the chat tonight. If you're doing something else, watching some basketball, we will see you on maybe tomorrow night. Not sure. If we do, it'll be a Q&A. But much love.